Shopping shakeup. According to various reports, Amazon is eyeing a more cashierless Amazon Go store in Seattle and Los Angeles. To shop at an e-commerce giant brick-and-mortar shops, customers download an app and scan a QR code to enter the store. From there, cameras take over, watching the customers select items and then charging the corresponding Amazon account accordingly. This morning, Amazon shares are higher, 0.75% higher, as you can see. Joining me right now to talk more about that is Overstock.com CEO Patrick Byrne. Patrick, good to see you.
Maria, always great to see you.
Well, that's an interesting thing that Amazon is doing. Are you expecting cashier-less stores from other vendors?
Well, once I'm sure Amazon gets it sorted out, you'll probably see a lot of convenience stores adopt their technology, whatever it is. They've been refining it in Seattle, I think, for a year or two, and now they're rolling out 6 more. I think that you'll see a lot of Amazon stores rolling out. It's the gods of economics have made clear that there's just huge synergies between brick and click. There's very big synergies between brick and click. So I think you'll see a lot more of this kind of movement towards Amazon in the future.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible, actually. How's business in general, Patrick? What can you tell us about the economy right now?
Well, we haven't announced numbers, so I'm not going to say too much. I think it's okay. I think it's rocking along. The home business is, they say, growing nicely on the internet in general as an industry. People are shifting their consumption. They're getting comfortable buying sofas at home, so they can come to Overstock, but that's what's happening. People are finally getting comfortable buying things like sofas and chairs at home, so there's quite good growth in that industry in general.
I mean, I guess what I'm talking about is we're all talking about this economy that has strengthened quite a bit, and now people are worried about inflation and about higher wages, and that's why this market has been on such a volatile ride. Today, of course, futures are showing a gain of 126 points. But what about that? Are you worried as an employer about having to pay your employees more, wages going up? Are you worried about inflation?
We are paying our employers more. We welcome paying them more. In fact, we do this big social choice, basically complicated voting, and let them describe we say we're going to increase your well-being $8 million this year. You tell us how to spend it, and whether you want wages or you want this and that. People generally want higher the money directly, higher wages rather than better benefits. But am I afraid of it? No, we're going to be able to surf on top of it. We're a business like your friend Buffett's railroad businesses. Just by their nature, they surf on top of inflation. Same with our enterprise.
Let's talk about Bitcoins. The Journal this morning is reporting that Bitcoin's wild ride in recent months has not impacted the popularity of the crypto fundraising effort at all. Initial coin offerings. So we got data from the token report shows that ICO efforts have raised nearly $1.7 billion this year. Patrick, what are you seeing in Bitcoin? I know you accept Bitcoin and are a fan of Bitcoin.
I accept Bitcoin. I'm a fan of Bitcoin. We have our own ICO going on. I think that they are extremely dangerous, including ours, and the public should go nowhere near them. I think they're very, very dangerous. We're doing an offering just to accredited investors, and I tell those accredited investors this is really dangerous. But it's going to be. I saw some big shot on Wall Street said the other day something like every stock and bond being sold on Wall Street today could be tokenized, could be turned into a coin. And in 5 years, every single one of them will be tokenized, meaning all the plumbing and architecture of Wall Street as we know it today is going to be obsolete in 5 years because there won't be stocks and bonds. There are different kinds of tokens that companies issue. It's much more efficient. However, the regulatory apparatus has not caught up with it, and we're trying to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. But I repeat to the public, this is extraordinarily dangerous stuff. These ICOs, there's all kind of flim-flam, and including people should stay away from ours. They're too dangerous for the general public.
So where is you're talking about using Bitcoins is dangerous, or there's portfolio investment company Bit.com launching a digital payments platform on a Caribbean island. Tell us what you mean as dangerous, because this is creating a sustainable financial ecosystem that increases financial inclusion and reduces the need for cash transactions, right?
Right on. Bit.com, I was talking about what's dangerous is general ICOs. Bit.com, which is another portfolio company like T0 of Medici, run by my friend Jonathan Johnson, and a subsidiary of Overstock. Bit.com is in Barbados. It's the only country on earth you can walk into Their equivalent of a Kentucky Fried Chicken is called a Chefette's, and you can pay, and there's a couple hundred vendors around the island, you can pay with money on your phone, but that money is Bajan currency that's not tied to anything in any bank account. It's been digitized. It exists purely in the form of this cryptographic function on a phone. And we now have the central bank of Montserrat, the mighty island nation of Montserrat nearby, which is a beautiful country, volcanic country. It's an island in the Caribbean, and they got hit really hard by Hurricane Maria, as I recall, Maria.
Right.
And so so the IMF has come out and said that poor countries should do this because it's just going to relieve maybe 3 to 5% friction costs across their economy. I think it's going to be an enormous force for anti-poverty efforts. For decades, economists have been talking about the problem of the unbanked. You know, if somebody's cutting sugar cane for $10 a day, they put it in their sock, they go home. They don't really, they're out of the bank, they're out of the modern financial system. There's no way for them to really save and invest and take part in all the things that let humans prosper. Well, suppose they can be paid on, only 15% of people have bank accounts in poor countries, but 140% of people have phones, because people have two. So this can bring the financial system onto your phone, but without having to join banks and having countries develop banking systems and such. It's an enormous leap forward.
It's a leap forward because it's basically giving people the wherewithal to create a whole new economy where they live, right? People don't have access to banks in the areas that we're talking about.
And soon we're going to have a peer-to-peer, we intend to have a peer-to-peer lending app on top of it.
Interesting.
So you can have billions of poor people who can have capital and start saving it and sharing it in the form of loans without a banking system. So they can start having capital markets and accumulation and development without having to rely on a banking system. As we all know, in the developing world, the banking systems are often quite corrupt and captured by elites, and they keep leveraging themselves and tipping over like other people we know. So having a whole monetary system that exists on cell phones, protected biometrically, and you don't have to build out the whole banking system, it's a revolutionary advance for the poor.
Wow. We will look forward to hearing more about Bit.com and these digital payments. Patrick, good to see you, sir. Thanks so much.
Maria, always great to be on. Thanks.
Patrick Byrne joining us, CEO Overstock.